Attack on Titan is a once-in-a-lifetime anime. It's not the same as your typical seasonal release that's just viewed and then forgotten. It takes something special for an anime to be remembered by the masses and then called back upon and become that bar of greatness that other shows have to surpass or match to join the ranks of the greats. But Attack on Titan, it went further. It became a show to be remembered by the world. It broke out of the anime sphere and into pop culture and etched its name into time. Whether it be by memes or scarring small children on Adult Swim. Attack on Titan is an action-packed political drama with mystery elements, which is never the type of anime to break into mainstream, but it released in a time period where anime was drowning in shonen anime, like Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto, and it showed us this gory, terrifying new idea that was so different from anything that we had ever seen before, and it shocked us all. It lured us into this exhilarating seinen action and entranced us all before revealing its true colors. With a story so captivating that even at a surface level can bring in new viewers on the premise humanity is on the brink of extinction, fighting against ungodly creatures that hunt them just for the fun of it. But as the series progresses, mysterious elements are added as they unravel the truth to the world and the reality they live in. One step at a time, they are slowly piecing together their world story, fighting tooth and nail. Countless lives are lost in a desperate fight, all in the name of gathering information, and all to learn they had not only been betrayed by their ancestors, but their current government. Their enemy is not these monsters, but the entire world that has decided their race should be eradicated. And by the time you would have figured out how politically charged this anime is, you would have been committed to this story, to these characters that you watch suffer, that you watch grow up, that you watch develop bonds right before your eyes. Every time they enter the battlefield, constantly relying on each other to have each other's backs, living in close conditions and overthrowing governments. And with every new development and bonding experience, you grow closer to each of these characters, and when one loses their life on the battlefield, you mourn with these people in this series because they have been so humanized. You literally watch as their psyches and personalities change as they are forced to make choices that no one should have to make. This is the essence of Attack on Titan. But why are these manga readers saying the ending was bad? I was being spoon-fed lies and huffing copium while I watched the final hour and a half, all to find out it wasn't bad, it was just average. Take note, by the way, I didn't say mid, I said average for all you degenerates out there. This series juggled 9 different titans and their power systems, a monarchy, world politics, a god's lore, and time travel, all while executing twists and turns throughout 87 episodes and 1 movie, and not once did anything feel forced. So I assumed, they fumbled the bag by leaving some glaring time travel plot hole, or they couldn't wrap up the god's powers, but no. In the end, it was just, why did Eren do this? Was this the best outcome? People just didn't know why things were happening, and in the end, Eren made a choice and he never knew if he was right or wrong. But this was just the product of his environment. If you're 14 years old fighting for your life, watching fellow soldiers die, and you learn that other people is what's killing you off and not these random monsters, that is world shattering. With every step forward, more blood gets on his hands as close friends tell him in order to win against monsters, you have to become a monster, or taught that you have to be willing to sacrifice something to achieve something else. Eren became the monster they needed and sacrificed himself for the peace he wanted for his loved ones, which is such a fitting ending for this savage world that was built. It wasn't the best ending, and honestly, I'm just happy it tied up a time travel ending without being super cliche. The ending didn't have to really do a lot though, because the story did all of the heavy lifting, it just needed to end. And I think that's why people weren't happy, because they were expecting this grandiose send-off of Attack on Titan, and it just ended. That was it, it was safe. And before writing this, I binged the first 3 seasons just to memorize clips I might want to use, jog my memory. Also, I was mourning, but while doing so, I solidified Attack on Titan as my favorite series of all time. After seeing the ending, knowing what's to come, it reveals how well the story was crafted, and it gave me a newfound respect for the series. While watching Annie, Reinhardt, or Bertold, every action they take or words that leave their mouth have double meanings or just simply make more sense. Watching Annie, she cries over dead soldier bodies, apologizing repeatedly, may seem like she has survivor's guilt or she lacked the strength to save them, but in reality, it was her looking at all of the pain she's caused and not being able to handle it. or when Bertolt tells Connie and the others that Reinhardt used to be more of a warrior than a soldier. These are subtle tidbits of writing that aren't something you'd be able to appreciate without future knowledge, and aren't big enough events that you'd remember once you gained that knowledge, but the author still has put all of these in there. And another aspect to appreciate is the deep moral foreshadowing. My new favorite quote is when Armin told Annie, "I don't like the terms good person or bad person because it's impossible to be entirely good to everyone. To some you are a good person, while to others you are a bad person." This summarized the entire show, and it happened in season 1. Everyone was doing what they thought was right. Everyone thought they were being a good person. Whether it's the military police hiding information thinking it's maintaining the peace, whether it's Eren being a good person killing the Marlians, whether it's Gabby being a good person killing Sasha, they each have a viewpoint of being good, and because we had connections to one side, we viewed one as bad while we praised the other. Just like Armin said, it's impossible to be good to all, and so these characters have entered the gray area of war where there are no winners or truly any good people. And it's these reasons that if you loved Attack on Titan the first time, I cannot encourage you enough to go watch it a second time through now, because it's just as good as the first. But instead of the insane plot twist that you don't see coming, you get to enjoy all the subtle nuances that you never would have caught the first time. And that's why Attack on Titan is my new favorite anime of all time, and I'm glad I got to see the end of this era firsthand. You will be missed, Attack on Titan.
Sayonara.
But luckily my channel's still here, so go ahead, like, subscribe if you enjoyed. Let me know your favorite Attack on Titan moments. Watch some more of my videos because I think you'll like them. I'll see you in the next one though.